Good evening, everyone. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg. It is Wednesday, August 11th. I'm Andrew Bama. Welcome into tonight's show. I'm filling in for Jeremy for the rest of the week. Hopefully you're all having a good day out there. Hopefully you're paying attention to those storms. We still had storms coming in yet today, and same as yesterday. So be wary of the storms, and please pay attention to the ever-changing weather, and make sure you do seek shelter if you need to. We do have a good show for you today. In the digest, we'll talk with Mayor Aaron Richardson and get an update from the city. I haven't talked to him in a while, so we'll get a good update from him. And then also we are talking with Colin from Dane Buy Local in our guest segment today. And he's talking about Eat Local event that's going on. And so we'll get all the details from him in our guest segment today. But we're going to get right into some of our headlines, and we're going to start with the Fitchburg Farmers Market, and that is coming up tomorrow, of course. Every Thursday is the Fitchburg Farmers Market for starting at 3, ending at 6 at the Agora Pavilion, which is 5511 East Sherrill Parkway. So come on down and get your Wisconsin's best produce, fruits, flowers, cheese, meats, baked goods, preserves, and gluten-free items, of course. Don't forget, next week is actually the special pig roast, so make sure you pay attention to that. We'll preview that again as we get closer to that farmers market. Also, we have the Wednesday morning book discussion going on at the Fitchburg Public Library. So the next one is on August 18th. So Wednesday morning book discussion is held on the third Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. via Zoom. Please join us for discussion of the month's book, Una. Out of Order by Margarita Montemore. Copies of the book are available at the second floor reference desk or by calling curbside pickup at 608-279-1790 or email Aaron Saylor at fitchburgwi.gov as well. If you would like more information or to register, email or call those numbers and get into this book discussion and be ready for the next month's one as well. So that sounds like a good time if you're looking for a good book club and still staying safe from COVID with online Zoom version of it here. All right, we also have Fitchburg Senior Center class coming up that Jeremy and I are teaching, and it is titled, best title ever, My Kids Made Me Get an iPhone. Now what? Well, Jeremy and I will be down there to help you and tell you what to do and get through your phone and learn to navigate it. So this will be on August 24th at 10:30 to noon. We will be down in the Senior Center. Class size is limited to 15. Zoom option is available as well. So if you do not or cannot make it in, we will be able to Zoom, and we can help you over that as well. Please register by calling 608-270-4290 or click on the blue button on the top of the web page at the Senior Center. So if you go to fitchburgwi.gov, go to the Government tab and find the Senior Center, you can find this blue button that they are talking about and be able to register that way into our program. So hopefully see you out there, and we'll help you the best you can with your iPhone and hopefully get you to know a lot more about it and make it more useful for you. All right, also we have a few things here from Public Health Madison Dane County. Here we have a good graphic about masks and vaccine. And vaccines and masks are the two best tools to fight COVID-19, including the Delta variant, but each serves a very specific purpose. So you can see here the vaccine protects against severe illness, like having to be hospitalized, protects against death, and protects against infection. Although breakthrough cases can happen, especially with the Delta variant, masks help stop the spread, including from vaccinated people with breakout infection, and helps protect unvaccinated people from getting sick, although vaccines are much better. As you can see here, they do have very specific, so when combined together, they do a very good job. Obviously, things can still happen. Breakouts can still happen like they are because you can still be infectious. So just be careful out there, and again, keep your social distancing and everything as well. And of course, going with this, COVID-19 vaccines are effective. This is from the CDC. The new MMWR reports find that COVID-19 vaccines provide protection against reinfection for those who already have had COVID-19. Infection, hospitalizations, and deaths in area with the Delta, and COVID-19 hospitalization among those age 65 and older. So they do have some compelling information about this, so please get out there, get vaccinated, and let's help end this pandemic. All right, that's going to do it for the headlines. Next, we're going to be jumping into the digest, and we'll talk with the mayor of Fitchburg here, Aaron Richardson, and get an update on the city. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is the mayor of Fitchburg, Aaron Richardson. Aaron, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
Aaron, I'm disappointed that you're not in front of a green background. You're in a red background. I mean, come on. It's Fitchburg.
Well, I know. And green is my favorite color, but the Badgers are red, so I can't, dislike red. Red is still good.
Red is my favorite color when I'm off the clock. When I'm on the clock, it's green. Welcome back to the show. We've got a lot to get to today, and we'll start right in with CIP and budget, kind of the two big, they're big things that you deal with every year, and it's a lot of work from all the staff, and then, of course, yourself getting it ready to go to council. But CIP is over. We're going to be heading into budget. So wrapping up CIP, where did we end up in that front?
Yeah, and really, I think that the CIP and the budget are the most important things we do. Really, there's lots of other things that we do that are important, but this is an annual thing that really kind of impacts the rest of the year. So with CIP, the Alders had a few amendments that they submitted, just rearranging timing on some different things, and I believe all of them passed. And so that's kind of that step. That process is kind of done, but now we go into kind of the formal budget, the operating budget, and the CIP is part of that, and it feeds into that. I can still change things in the CIP if I need to, if other things need to take priority. Next Wednesday, I'm meeting with staff, and they're going through their budget requests with me. And I'll look at that, and they'll have to make some hard decisions, as always. I was talking with one of our staff members who's been around forever, and he said something about, 10 years ago we did this when it was a tight budget. And I laughed and said, it seems like every year's a tight budget. And he kind of laughed and said, yeah, it is. We never have enough money for everything we want to do and would like to do. And that's what makes it so difficult. But after we do that, I'll go through and make sure that I come forward with a budget that meets all of the state requirements. And so, that's kind of the big thing, is that we have certain things that we have to do based on state regulations. So I can't just raise the budget 20%. I wouldn't do that. I'm going on the record. I'm not going to do that. Even if I could, I won't. But you'll make sure all that stuff, comes through. And this is a big year because it's the first time that we're seeing a huge impact with the town of Madison. Next October, the town of Madison is coming to Fitchburg. We've been preparing, we've been planning for it. And now it's really where kind of the rubber hits the road, if you will. We need to start adding staff positions. And I believe that some of the positions we have designated as, the first priority, and there's a lot that are on the priority that we're going to need, is someone in public works, because we got a lot more streets to take care of. and someone in the senior center. There's a senior population over there. There's actually a building for seniors. And so we have that plus some of the other buildings that are going up in the city for the seniors. And so we really foresee a lot more demands on what's a fantastic part of the community as that senior center. And I think there's going to be more and more people using it. So we have someone in the senior center is also a priority. We also have, I believe for next year, we're going to try to have 2 police officers, getting in that bigger area, more population. We want to make sure that we can still staff that and serve those people and those residents as well. And then there's some things that maybe aren't as interesting for some people, but someone who can do GIS. We have a lot more required GIS things, which is mapping type of a software that'll actually allow us different departments use, planning, zoning, and public works. And I think even public safety might use it in some other areas as well. But we have some requirements. And so we have to add that position to meet some of the reporting requirements that other people are putting on us. So that's a position that we have to do as well. So there's a lot more that we're going to have to do in the future, but it's really kind of seen that full impact now on the town of Madison.
And Aaron, too, we just launched through our website a Town of Madison area on the website to kind of help people from the Town of Madison and just anybody who has questions going on. Can you share some info on that?
Yep, it's if anyone in the town or wants to know more about the town, you can go on that part of the website. I believe that you can also possibly get notified if more information comes out through the website. I believe anyway. But that's a great spot to go. And there's a lot of people that can provide more information. And we're really trying to do everything we can to make it seamless. We're meeting with the town of Madison on a regular basis. We're meeting internally, meeting even with the city of Madison and sharing information with them, because we really want people to feel welcome and to really be able to kind of seamlessly be integrated into Fitchburg and hopefully feel like, hey, I barely noticed, or even better, hey, I'm getting even better service now and better things like the senior center, for example, the library. They could use, especially something like the library, they could have used it before, but now hopefully they feel more ownership of that and are more likely to go and use those services.
Yeah, it's a welcoming with open arms type of feel that we're trying to set up internally with staff. So we're excited to be working on that. And yeah, a lot of planning behind the scenes going on. I can assure you of that, and excited for that. So more information to be coming on that. Thank you for sharing on the budget and CIP process, and we'll follow up with you down the road on the budget piece. We also have the police chief. Just a quick update on that front. We're getting closer to selecting a candidate.
Yeah, the Police and Fire Commission, or sometimes you hear it as the PFC, they are responsible for the hiring of the next chief. And so last week, they had the 4 finalists come in. They went through a gauntlet of different steps and met with a lot of different people. And then they deliberated last Tuesday night, I believe it was now. It's been about a week already. And they determined there's 2 of those people who they want to do background checks on. And so they're going to do background checks on those people and just make sure that there's nothing that is concerning in their backgrounds. And then when they get that information back, and it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks. So it's going to take some time to get this done because we want it done right. And then when we get that back, the PFC will meet again and they actually make that decision. They welcome input from the community, from elected officials, but the reality is myself, city council members, we don't have a say in it. We can tell them what we think, but they can just say, thanks. Too bad. This is who we want, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it's set up. But it is a PFC, Police and Fire Commission decision. The 2 finalists are Alfonso Morales, who most recently has been in Milwaukee, and then also Vic Sobranik. I might be saying it wrong. Sorry, Vic.
Don't worry, I've gotten it wrong too. I always get corrected, but you're fine there.
Yeah. And he's all from Utah, is where he's from. So.
Yeah, and we're still taking public input. That's on the website. So if you are interested in giving some feedback to the Police and Fire Commission, we do have that information on the website too to help out with that. Aaron, finally, as we wrap up, especially you being in the education industry in school stuff, the masking and just overall the COVID-19 update here from your perspective as mayor, what are you thinking? What are you seeing? And where are we going to be moving forward here with?
Yeah, we'll continue to follow the guidelines from Dane County Public Health. And right now, they're recommending that you wear a mask. It's not a requirement. But if they do make a requirement, then we will follow that. But, it's one of those things, be careful. And especially depending on where you're going. When I go to the grocery store, I'm putting a mask on now. I don't go to concerts really, except for some of the Fitchburg concerts, like the Jazz at 5, the concerts at McKee. Those are fantastic events that I do go to. They're outside at least, and that makes a big difference as well. But be safe. And if you haven't gotten vaccinated, get vaccinated, because it's kind of scary what I'm hearing right now, especially for people who aren't vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. Hopefully everyone watching is as well. But we're going to continue following those things because we have a lot of other events, not only those concerts, we have things like the Agora Art Fair coming up and other things coming up that I hope can still happen. That's my big concern right now is just those things are going to end up starting getting canceled. You saw something like New Orleans has their Jazz Fest that was going to be this fall, which is usually it's in spring. They moved it to fall. And New Orleans is one of the worst spots in the country right now, and it's canceled. And so that is concerning that those things are starting to get canceled again. No one wants to have to sit at home again for a few months or anything like that. So be safe when you go out.
Yeah, I just seen Summerfest put out that you had to have a negative COVID test to enter the ground. So we'll have to keep an eye on these things. But I think it's good to know that from your perspective, we've continued to follow the Dane County or Madison and Dane County public health guidance here as far as that goes. So we'll keep people up to date as we go on. Aaron, I think that we're out of time. We appreciate the time as always. And you stay safe out there, and we'll look forward to talking to you next month.
All right. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Aaron Richardson, Mayor of Fitchburg. And like I said, we'll check back with him next month. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready!
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Join me today from Dane by Local. We've got Colin Murray back on the show. Colin, welcome back. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate it.
No problem. Glad to have you back on the show. You got a lot of fun events coming up. And before we get to those events, how are the businesses doing as of August 2021?
Yeah, it's definitely still a struggle and businesses are concerned. But, the thing I love about our local businesses is they are very optimistic. And, many of them are saying, we're not out of the woods yet, but it's looking much better than it did, say, a year ago or even 6 months ago. So it definitely is that we're turning a corner here. And as long as we don't go back into a lockdown, which I don't think we will, hopefully, I think we're in good shape there. So yeah, very optimistic and looking forward to the future.
Well, that's a good synopsis there. And an event to help out the local businesses here is Eat Local, Give Local, coming on Thursday, August 19th. Tell us about this great event.
Yeah, so this is the 6th year that we've been doing this event. It is a way to support our local businesses here in the area. Obviously we've been doing this before the pandemic, but We want to support our local restaurants, and this is an opportunity to do so. But it also is a fundraiser for Dane by Local. So many people may not realize that we're actually a nonprofit organization, and we run on about half a shoestring to keep our organization going. There are 3 of us that are employed by Dane by Local. And so one of the ways that we keep moving forward is doing fundraisers like this. So the event is on August 19th, all day long. So whatever hours the restaurant happens to be open, you can just go in and sit down, place your order, have a nice meal, pay your bill, and leave. You don't have to do anything else. So there's no coupon, no special deal that you need to do. Just walk in and enjoy your meal is really what it comes down to. And then 10% of your check, your at the end of the meal, will come back to Dane by Local as a fundraiser for us.
And what does Dane by Local do on a general basis? So for people who don't know all the wonderful things you did pre-COVID, you've done great things since COVID, but what is the organization all about?
Yeah, so Dane by Local is made up of about 600 local businesses in Dane County and the surrounding counties. We actually are South Central Wisconsin, not just Dane County. It's all about supporting these local businesses. So you think about some of the major companies out there, the big box stores and so forth. They have lots of resources behind them for marketing and advertising and merchandising and all that sort of thing, right? And the local businesses don't have that. So this is a way for us to all join together and share those resources and support one another. So, and the Eat Local, Give Local is one of the ways of doing that in supporting each other and also getting the message out there that it's important to support these local businesses. And I think during the pandemic, that message has come across loud and clear. A lot of people have really realized the importance of these local businesses, that if we want them to stay around, you got to support them. So it is so important that we do that.
Certainly is. And there is a great lineup here. Why don't you name off a few of the restaurants that will be participating in this great event?
Yeah, so one of them right in Fitchburg is Benvenuto's. Great location there, right off of Fish Hatchery McKee. So that'd be a great one to support. But there's also all over the county. There are other places. Cambridge has the Market Cafe. There's also the Country Cafe in Sun Prairie. If you make a hike over to the east side, to the north side, Bonzo is a great location there. They have a food cart that they bring out during the summer downtown, but they also have a physical location on the north side of Madison. Want to head north up to Dane, Wisconsin, in Dane County. J. Henry is going to be doing things in their tasting room, so you could enjoy a little tasting there with them. Pedro's over on East Washington Avenue. The Roman Candle, has a couple of locations around town. You can enjoy that. Yola's Cafe on the west side. There's a whole list of them. There's actually 38 restaurants that are participating this year.
So how many, Colin, do you hit in one day? Kidding. I don't know how you would. It would be a long. Well, it's a good day because you want to raise money and visit all the great businesses. But yeah, I don't know how many meals you're going to have, but I want to take along.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late meal, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great lineup, and like I said, all local businesses, and it's, like I said, your biggest or one of your fundraisers. How many fundraisers do you guys do a year?
We've got 3 or 4 that we do. So this is one of the bigger ones that is out there, and like I said, we've got 38 restaurants this year. Last year we had 26, and that was a record for us last year. So this just blew that out of the water.
Yeah.
So you see that the businesses are backing up and running want to do whatever they can to keep things moving in the right direction.
Colin, if people want to learn more about this event and other great events coming up, how can they learn more or find out more about you?
Yeah, so our website would be the way to do that, danebuylocal.com. Remember, buy is B-U-Y, so danebuylocal.com. And right there on the homepage, it'll be the information on Eat Local. So you can check out the list of restaurants and go have a nice meal. It's that simple.
It is that simple. I like that. All you got to do is go to the restaurant on the list, and that's it. And then enjoy all the great things that the restaurant has to offer. And then knowing that you're supporting a great organization. Before we let you go, we do want to preview, because it is coming fast, and a new event coming to Fitchburg. You've got a car show that'll be coming to Fitchburg. What are the quick details on that one?
Yeah, so September 18th, that's a Saturday. It'll be over at McKee Farm Park right there in Fitchburg. So right down the road from where I live, so I like that. So it will be car show, or cars that'll be shown off there in various states of conditions of cars. But also we're trying to make this very family friendly. So there'll be a bunch of activities for kids throughout the course of the day. I think there's even a kids parade that they're working on putting together. So that'll be fun. Activities there as well. There'll be arts and crafts. We'll be bringing in some food trucks and carts as well. So lots of stuff going on that we're working on right now to put together in September.
Well, we'll look forward to having you back on the show to talk about that event. Good luck with this one, and thanks for reaching out, and we'll look forward to seeing you here real soon, Colin.
Great. Thanks for all your services to the community. I appreciate it.
You bet, and thank you as well. We appreciate it just as much. So Dane Buy Local, check out the event. Eat local, give local. It is simple and easy. And hey, you're just going to try some great food. I mean, we got so many cool restaurants here in Fitchburg and in Dane County. So get out there, try them out, and maybe you'll see Colin out there. He'll be full, but you'll see him out there for sure. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. I want to thank Mayor Aaron Richardson for taking the time to give us an update today, and also Colin from Dane Buy Local. So get out there and shop local and eat local here, as that's coming up. So that'll be a good event for Dane Buy Local. As we head out of the show today, remember to stay connected with Fact TV. Everyone have a wonderful day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.